This is something that's been kind of flooding the social media in the Sixers world. Is Tobias Harris. And when we needed him to step up last night, he wasn't really there for us. And since Joel's injury, we are 2-4 when Tobias plays. And he scored more than 18 points twice in the 6 games without Joel when Tobias has played. Obviously, Tobias has been a hot topic on the show for as many years we've been doing the show. But come playoff time, whenever we have a fully healthy squad, how short of the leash should it be? How short should the leash be for Tobias Harris when it comes to playoffs with everyone healthy?
This one's tough for me because I think that with Joel out, like we talked a lot about Joel going out and how Tobias got plays, touches, all of that. In some ways, it's going the other way since Buddy Hield is on. Maxey plays differently when Joel doesn't play.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a little bit the last game that they played Maxey with Kyle, which tells me that Maxey's going to score more or shoot more. So whereas I think, yes, Tobias has to do more, I don't think we've helped him either. Tobias, now's your opportunity to kind of make it happen with Joel out. I did say in our last few sessions that it has to be a pointed effort to get him the basketball and get him plays and get him in position to score. I'm not certain that that's being done. That's where I'm at with it.
Even when Joel's out.
I don't think it's happening enough for the demands and the expectations to be there for him. I think it should have been increased and obvious with Joel out. And I don't think it's either. Now, Tobias could be more assertive also. And be more aggressive and more assertive to kind of put pressure on them to do it. Teammates and staff. So I don't think that's happening either. So it's kind of both. But we've said forever that Tobias is the type of guy that needs plays, needs sets, needs calls, need the ball in a certain spot.
Yep.
And I do not see that increase, and I don't see it enough to meet the expectations that are coming right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he shot more when Joel played with him.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he has been in and out of the lineup, right? So he's been sick.
But the team does play differently without Joel. They play differently without Joel. They play a little more open, free, and that's not necessarily, you really got to call plays and sets for him when you play like that.
I know, but yeah, Joel's missed so much time in Tobias's Sixer career. He should be used to it by now, with and without Joel, Yeah. So if we're fully healthy and Tobias is struggling in the playoffs, I would rather just play on matchup and how they're playing at the time. I mean, it's unfortunate. We've been saying the same thing for so long, and I don't know what Tobias's future is with us. I don't know if he's going to head out. If this is a relationship that's even, they're going to need to salvage afterwards. Because, I mean, if they do bench him in the playoffs in key minutes, because Batum's playing well, Covington's got a hot hand for whatever reason. Oubre, we need the offense from Oubre. He's not going to like it, right? So, I don't know. It sucks because it just seems like whenever we need him, more often than not, he doesn't show up. And it's when we need him the most, too, on top of it all. So, like, when Joel's out, we need him even extra now. And that's when we're, like, really like you said, we're really focused on him when Joel's out. It's like, okay, we're taking this amount of points and rebounds, and like you need to have some, you need to have some. And then when you're looking at that, you know, when you look at a box score in a non-Joel game, you're looking right at Maxey and you're looking right at Tobias' stats and be like, okay, what did you do to help? What did you do to help? And then everyone else, you know, just fills in as needed. But like you're looking at those two guys first, and yeah, I mean, it's not there for him a lot of times. Nurse did say that Tobias never got into a rhythm, and he said he's a rhythm guy. So if he doesn't get in there, it's not there that night. So he said he'll be better against the Cavs. And since I'm being hard on him,
I know he is.
Yeah, since I'm being hard on him, I think he'll absolutely bounce back against the Cavs, because every time I shit on him a little bit, he kills it the next game and scores like 25, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Yeah, he must have heard me, I guess. So happens every time.
Yeah. Big contingency of the fan base wants crumble cookies, wants free crumble cookies because of the whole, you know, he's staying on the team and him not looking good this year. So everyone's trying to claim their crumble cookie, their orders right now based on last night's performance.
What made it even harder against the Knicks is that those two guys that we could have gotten for Tobias from Detroit, the deadline killed it against us. Mm-hmm. Like I think both guys individually outscored Tobias. I mean, Bogdanovich gave you last night exactly what we just want Tobias to do. 12 shots, 6 threes. I mean, you know, I think he went like 70 or 80% from 3-point land yesterday. So yeah, it's exactly what we would want with him. So that hurt a little more even last night.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that aspect of it, but yeah, they had 5 in the first half.
Yeah.
Oh, I noticed it during the game.
When he couldn't miss, it's like, yeah, come on, Tobias. And it's funny because, you know, Tobias knows that. You know, he was almost traded for those guys. So it's like.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, they also play differently. I mean, they're playing differently. Tobias not getting the ball, just jacking threes. Like, them guys it's how they play and what they're expected to do are different. Now we'll see what they do when the 2 starters for the Knicks come back. I think it'll be a little different.
Yeah. I was a little shocked last time with the way that whole thing went down in that game. Just it was kind of rough. We made it a little push though in the third quarter, which looked nice for a second, and then they pushed it back up again.